Yeah, you know, I'm an actor. That's what I do. I've been learning how to do shit.
There you go.
There we go.
Do we need to turn it up?
Make it louder.
We can put it through the bows.
Is this it?
Bad, looking good, lay it down. Hey, 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 hey. Now I mentioned this a shorty, maybe 5, maybe 4. Riding around with his mama listening to the radio. And a song comes on, and I'm not far from being born. Doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. I ain't trying to make it too complex, but let's just say shorty has an undeveloped context about the perception of women these days. His mama sings along, and this what she says: because I'm a bad bitch, and I'm a bad bitch. 7 9, if I'm above average. And maybe other rhyming words like cabbage and savage and baby cabbage and other things that match it. Couple of things that happen here. First, he's relating the word bitch with his mama, comma. And because she's relating to herself, his most important source of health and mental health, he makes you respect for dishonor. Bitch bad, woman good, lady better, ain't misunderstood. Tell her, bitch bad, woman good, lady better, ain't misunderstood. They misunderstood. Yeah. Now, imagine a group of little girls 9 through 12 on the internet watching videos, listening to songs by themselves. Doesn't really matter if they have parental clearance, they understand the internet better than their parents. Now, being the internet, the content's probably uncensored. They're young, so they're malleable and probably unmentored. A complicated combination, maybe with no relevance into their intelligence meets their favorite singer's preference. Bad bitches, bad bitches. That's all I want, all I like in life is bad bitches, bad bitches. Now let's say that they less concerned with him and more with the video girl acquiescing to his whims. Ah, the plot thickens. High heels, long hair, fat booty, slim. Reality check, I'm not tripping. They don't see a paid actress, just what makes a bad bitch. Bitch bad, woman good, made it better, ain't misunderstood. I say, bitch bad, woman good, lady better, ain't misunderstood. Disclaimer, this Raymer, Lupe's, not using bitch as a lesson, but as a psychological weapon to set in your mind and really mess with your perceptions, discretions, reflections. It's clever misdirection, cuz while I was rapping, they was growing up fast. Nobody stepped in to ever slow them up. Gas, showing up in this little world. The little boy meets one of those little girls, and he thinks she a bad bitch, and she thinks she a bad bitch. He thinks disrespectfully, she thinks of that sexually. She got the wrong idea. He don't wanna fuck her, he thinks she bad and being a bitch like his mother. Mama never does like that. Come out the house, hot mess like that. Ass, titties, breasts like that. All out to impress like that, just like that. You see the fruit of the confusion. He caught in a reality, she caught in an illusion. Bad mean good to her, she really nice and smart. But bad mean bad to him, bitch don't play a part. But bitch still bad to her if you say it the wrong way. But she thinks she a bitch, what a double entendre. Tell ya, woman good, lady better, ain't misunderstood. I say, bitch bad, woman good, lady better, ain't misunderstood.
Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah, who's that?
Yeah.
Lupe. Wow.
Wow.
Yay!
Wow.
Yay!
Got a lot more
Bitch bad, woman good. Yeah.
So, reactions to the video, led by these questions maybe. And, yeah, I don't need to talk. What happened?
You know, I've seen that a couple of I kind of don't understand the last part. Like, I understand, and this happens a lot in hip hop to me. I feel like there's this discussion of, you know, the bitch and the woman and like they're trying to come, but then the end of it seems to be that the boy somehow has some sort of reality knowledge that the woman doesn't, and I don't know if like following the first, second, and third act, like as it's set up, I don't know how we got there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how the man ended up with some sort of knowledge that the woman did it, and I like Lupe a lot, and I like what's going on, but I don't get it at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm in the position to defend the video. I hear what you're saying. Are you responding to that?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say like it fell off for me there too, because I was expecting the young boy to be disrespectful to the young woman,
Yeah.
as a lot of young men are. But the boy was like, "Are you like kind of having mommy issues and not really wanting to deal with her?" So I didn't understand Act 3 as well. I had some
You're right.
confusion.
The boy was supposed to be him, though.
Right.
And his confusion.
Well, or his lack of confusion.
Right.
But he said confusion. I mean, he actually
He
called
has
out the
prescience.
confusion. Yeah.
Because he's him. Because he's Lupe. But yeah, how we got there didn't track.
Well, it's funny because it reminds there's this Outkast, you know, I don't know, Jazzy Bell or Jazzy Bell's Outkast song, and they're always talking about like the woman does all these things, but then they get to the man, and it's like. It's always to me in hip hop. There's always the man. Like we get to something we're smart, and then it gets to like the glass ceiling of what men can understand about themselves, and we go, yeah. It's like you can rap really good until right there, and I don't know what the deal is with it.
That's the place. That's the place where we want to get smarter. And that's, to me, that's that lens of whatever it is that you are convinced is you, but it's actually this attachment that is actually removable. But if you don't acknowledge that it's actually not you, you're going to continue to be like, no, this is a pure thought, and this is how I feel. But if you can actually learn to critically think and honestly assess what's going on, you can remove that even sometime and actually have some purity of thought in that moment. I'm not saying that, I think you'd have to be like the diligence of a Bruce Lee to like be able to fucking, move through the space all the time, aware of it. But if we can just find a moment, especially if we're creating something, so that whatever we're creating has a little clarity, honesty, humanity to it.
The flaw that Christopher identified, it frustrates me because there are things that I love about it, that I really quite love. I think you might have identified his misogyny, that he's not present to. But likening the hip-hop motive that is grounded in misogyny, to the new minstrelsy is brilliant.
Yeah.
It's something that people, I think, in the know have been saying for a generation now. But included in that, which he didn't include, is nigga, because that's the other part of that equation, nigga and bitch. But I think that's wonderful. But he
And he's supposed to be the best of them. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be up there.
well, he can be supported towards getting the rest of the
Yeah.
players. Fight them off.
No, I mean,
would say.
But what else works? What else
The
works in this
cinematography was
video?
amazing.
Say again?
The cinematography.
The cinematography was beautifully shot.
Yes.
Yes.
It pushes the form of a video.
It really does.
Yeah. There's a dramaturgical moment at the very end, so I agree. You know, the attitude toward women was like, oh, like almost.
Right.
And then, but there's this last line where he says, I'm killing them, I'm killing me.
I'm killing these bitches.
Yeah, and I feel like there's an acceptance of responsibility as being part of the culture that for me is like, that gets you at the very last line. And for me,
Good for you.
you know,
Yes.
I mean, I think that's where it redeems some of what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the storytelling is really strong though when they have the scene with the little girls, having the
Yeah.
girls be present with, you know,
Yeah.
with the action happening behind them and having them, you know, watching it on their iPad or their device in front of them. And I think just that scene is, I thought, cause I listened to the song countless times.
Yeah.
I've never seen, I don't watch videos in general, I just don't watch videos.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
You a similar copy of it?
Yeah, the music videos in general, hip hop videos just kind of drive me crazy. But, just in general. But I thought that was really effective for a song that I've heard so many times, and like I feel like I know that song so well. To see it portrayed in that way, to see the girls being able to live in their own space, but then to have that action, you know, happening behind, I thought that was really effective.
Yeah.
Is it a hit?
Is it? I don't know. I know it's a hit.
I've never heard on the radio.
Because you said you heard it.
Yeah, it's not gonna get
Not
radio
really,
play.
doesn't get
You know,
radio.
I wouldn't get
It doesn't
video
function
play.
like that. It's not set up to function that way.
But Lupe has he has a strong like cadre of,
Yeah.
of people who are behind him. So I'm like those people are up on this. You know, this is another gem from Lupe. What else worked? What else was effective?
The tons of black kids, like the same kid,
Yeah,
just that.
Oh, in the movie theater
In
where
the-
he's
yes,
watching
yeah,
it,
yeah.
there's multiples of him. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
The thing about him and being in the car with his mother, and so that which I found both beautiful and also I didn't make added to my confusion. So he's in the car with his mother, and the mother is really enjoying this music, you know, and saying bitches. But then in the song he says bitches bad, women good, ladies better. And so now we know that the word bitches only refers to women, and so it's a negative connotation, but he's saying, no, but my mom, who I loved and respected, she just said it, you know, like bitches, you know, she was having fun grooving to this song. So that was interesting, because I just felt like it made me think multiple things at once.
Yeah.
Like, one, we're bringing up the word of bitches being a bad word, but also just saying, yeah, but my mom was just grooving to this song, like this little girl, she's just grooving to this song and being a bitch. She doesn't know what that means to do this.
But there's bad meaning bad and bad meaning good.
Right.
A bad bitch is not necessarily a bad thing.
So is that what I missed? Is that what I missed?
For him, the way the person that he is his caregiver and is enjoying himself and saying, "Bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch." That's something to aspire to. So I feel like there's an argument, and I don't really want to get into it too much, but I feel like there's an argument for the boy who's grown up, who sees the woman, sort of not saying, like the narration says that she is messing up, like she's incorrect. It could be that she is incorrect in her method to get him, as opposed to like her being wrong. Like
That's
that
what I
she
got
doesn't-
out of it. I got that,
Yeah,
what you
that
said.
she just doesn't know that his relationship to bad bitch is
His mother.
mother. So if she had come in a little different way, it would have been a different story.
I know, that's one of the things I think, because on one level it's straight up pedagogy, right? He's
Mhm.
teaching, and he's,
Mm-hmm.
at its best, it's really effective. And on another, it's a piece of art, and it reflects complexity. Because art isn't always about being exactly right on every beat. And that's what I saw in the book, because he said this confusion. Like in that whole thing, it was like, what the hell is happening here? You know, and the whole thing with the double entendre, which is it? Who is she? She's not really a bad girl, she's smart and good, but she thinks she needs to be a bad bitch, but he thinks of his mother, and they're just missing each other.
Right.
So maybe I just read that in a whole different meaning, which is like, they're both actually good kids, and they're just both taking on these roles, and they haven't figured it out. And I thought that confusion that came through was actually really powerful.
Yeah.
You know, and then you know, layering in the stuff about the new minstrel shows and the kind of like pulling it in, and that was the, you know, because the guy there with the gun and the gangster and all of that, he was taking on that role. So it wasn't just like the women were doing it.
Yeah.
We saw them both doing it, and he was putting on the blackface, and he was suffering from it. So I thought it was a lot more complicated. I thought it was really powerful, and it wasn't all neatly tied up in a bow. And that actually to me is also the best pedagogy, right? The best pedagogy challenges you, shakes you up. You know, the first time I saw that when I was just watching that, it's just, you know, it's devastating by the end, just like, you know, watching this. And that to me is actually the best pedagogy, is the one that challenges you, shakes you up, makes you think, even if you're arguing with sections of it.
And so to me, thank you for breaking it down like that. To me, that makes that video complete success when it comes to being an example for the type of media that we're going to be talking about, brainstorming about, because there is no clear yes or no answer, and we were easily engaged in a conversation, a complex conversation that allows us to have a personal relationship to the material, but also not have all the answers. So we're opening up the conversation and the potential for some personal inventory. I want to do